Hello there, look at this, we have a different type of video going on here. No TW this time. What a surprise that is. So here we go with some, I've decided to do a bit of a predictions video, and I'm hoping I press record and not preview. I did. Okay, cool, let's go on. So Ember Moon will be going up against TBA. Obviously this, it's not a the opponent hasn't been announced yet, so yeah. Now I don't know who she'll be going up against, but I would love it if it was Nikki Storm, but that's just my opinion. But Ember Moon will win this. By the way, if I didn't explain what I'm doing here, this is sort of a preview and predictions video, if you will, for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. So yeah, now that I've said that, I'm finally said what this video is supposed to be, I suppose we could move on. So as I said before I backtracked there, Ember Moon will be taking on TBA. Now obviously this means that it has not been announced, and the thing that I'm confused about this match, usually when there's sort of a competitor going up against a other competitor which is yet to be announced, a lot of the time the yet to be announced competitor beats the competitor number one, so in this case Ember Moon, although I don't see the point in that happening, because Ember Moon will win here, and we all know that she will, and she is going to play a huge role for NXT's women's division. She will become the backbone of that division, in the same way that Charlotte was, in the same way that Sasha Banks was, in the same way that Bayley was, in the same way that Asuka is. That is the role that Ember Moon will be taking over. Not straight away, obviously, and I hope not straight away, because that is stupid, but within about 6 months or so, I think she'll have her chance to go up against Asuka and win the NXT Women's Championship. And she will, although I don't think that she should beat Asuka, but that's just my opinion, because I would like to see Asuka go into the main roster undefeated, but that's just my opinion. So that's what's going to happen there. There's no point of there's no point of sort of being like, well, this could happen, or this person could beat her, because we know that Ember Moon will win. As for TBA, who will it be? I don't know. I hope it's Nikki Storm. Nikki Storm. Damn, I can't talk properly at times. But yeah, it's not gonna be Nikki Storm. So yeah, let's move on then to No Way Jose versus Austin Ellis. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing S's. I always say that hiss. So this is one of those matches that really could go either way. No Way Jose could walk out as the winner, or Austin Ellis, sorry. And I think that Austin Ellis should walk out as the winner, because there's no point in slowing down his momentum at this point. I think that Austin Ellis should get the win, because it just allows his momentum to continue to roll on and get more and more momentum behind Austin Ellis. and I think that's what has to happen here. As for No Way Jose, he will get his fair share. He will get his fair share of TakeOver wins. Now, he can take a loss here. Austin Aries can too, but Austin Aries would suffer more if he took the loss. Now, with No Way Jose, I understand that WWE, NXT, Triple H, the producers, whoever you want to say, will probably want to give No Way Jose a win here, because people like to see that big babyface pop. But I don't think that should happen, because Austin Aries should have more momentum. So Austin Aries should win, and in my opinion, it would be stupid to give No Way Jose the win, but that's only my opinion. So then we go into the tag team match as the Revival take on Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Okay, so Gargano, Ciampa, I want to see them win here, but I don't think that they should win. I think that the Revival should win here. It makes more sense for the Revival to win here. They have just won the titles back, and for them to lose the titles straight away pretty much would be pretty pointless in my opinion. I know it's a good few months now, but I mean, with, you know, defenses, stuff like that, I don't think that they've had one defense yet in this new reign as the champions, although they very well might have. I'm gonna quickly look that up if my internet wants to play ball, and well, I should probably go to 2016. TakeOver the end was the June one, so was that not where they won them back? Yes, it was. So they haven't had a defense yet on a TakeOver since winning those titles back. So I don't really see the point of them losing the titles straight away. I think that the Revival are ready to be moved up though, but with American Alpha being pushed on SmackDown, I don't think that they should be right now. I think American Alpha should have their time to be pushed to the top, and then have the Revival come in. But saying that, with them being ready to be moved up, they might just be moved up, because at the end of the day, what we have to remember about NXT, we may all love it, we may think it's amazing, we may think it's one of the best products on WWE right now, but it's only developmental, and I don't mean that in any way bad, but at the end of the day, we have to understand that there may be many of the time when WWE go, like when we just had a brand split, we need more talent, let's take it from developmental, because that's the purpose of developmental. It's there to build talent up, to be moved up to the main roster, and to be honest, I understand that, and when they take people out of developmental, I don't get pissy about it. Like a lot of people have got pissy about stuff before, about them taking people out of developmental. like when they took out Nia Jax and Alexis Bliss, sorry, and people thought that they would take out Bayley straight away. People were complaining that, oh, the NXT Women's Division is shit now. Well, guess what? It's developmental. That's how it works, and it has worked like that for years. And the only reason why you care about developmental right now is because it's on the network. People don't care about FCW, partially because it was, wasn't the best of products compared to NXT with the sort of lower production values, and WWE are obviously not really being that invested in it. Obviously now with NXT they have adopted a new style, a new way to present that content, and as a result have created a pretty damn good product. Is it the best product in the world, like what many people say? In my opinion, it's not, but that's just my opinion. But it is up there with one of the best products. But yeah, as I say, it's developmental, so we have to understand that if WWE want to take the revival and essentially pull the backbone out of the tag team division up onto the main roster, we need to understand that there's a reason behind that, because NXT is developmental. Now, with that being said, Johnny Gargano and Ciampa may very well get exclusive deals to WWE after the CWC, and we might just see them go up into the Raw to be part of the Cruiserweight Classic, the Cruiserweight division, sorry, and I hope we do see that. But here's what I see happening. This is what I see happening at TakeOver. I think that the revival will win. Johnny Gargano will be pinned, and Tommaso Ciampa will turn on Johnny Gargano, and then they can have their little feud, and maybe that carries into the main roster, into the Cruiserweight division. But yeah, I apologise for that little bit of a diversion away from what I was talking about, but I think people need to understand the difference between developmental and the WWE product. So now it is the person that I can't pronounce his first name. So for the purposes of this video, I will call him CN Almas, simply because I cannot pronounce his name. So CN will be taking on Bobby Roode. I remember when he signed with WWE, I was happy to see CM. My initial response was, oh, this should be pretty damn cool. I heard a lot of good things about him. Not going to say that I know a whole lot about the guy. I guess you could say I know enough, but that's about it. But I don't care about him anymore, because he came in. Now, I wasn't annoyed that he beat Ty Dillinger, but I know that a lot of people were. But he came in, he disappeared, and now he's here again against Bobby Roode. Now, Bobby Roode will win this match, but I don't see why they should put CM into this match. I would rather see him in a match that he could win, and people wouldn't smoke out over the fact that Bobby Roode got beat, but Bobby Roode isn't going to get beat in this scenario. He will win. There's no point of Bobby Roode not winning here. If his debut, well, his on-screen debut match, so he should win. He needs to win here, and that is what makes most sense in my opinion. As for CN, I don't care what happens with him as long as they start to book him better and that I don't forget all about him again. Anyway, let's move on to the women's match here, the women's championship match, I should say, as there's two women's matches on the card. It's Asuka versus Bayley. Now, I forgot my dog was in the room. With this match, the way that they've been booking it, I think that they want Bayley to win here. And I would understand that. It's a huge babyface pop before the main event. But I don't think that Bayley should win. I think Asuka should win. As I said before, I think she should be undefeated going into the main roster. I think that Bayley should be defeated again. I don't want her to pass out, I want her to tap out. Although that may be down to the fact that I'm just not a huge fan of Bayley. But I would much rather see Asuka go over here and get a huge win over Bayley for the second time and retain her championship. But I could see them putting Bayley over instead. But I'm going to go ahead and say that Asuka will win this match. And then we will see Bayley move up onto the main roster soon enough. Because that's how it works, you see. See how I'm explaining stuff? Being an asshole now. Okay, so next then we have Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event. So with Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura, if Samoa Joe drops the title here, he's defended it once against Finn Balor. Okay, not really the best championship reigns here in my opinion. If Nakamura gets beat here, a lot of people are going to be pissed off, including myself, because I think Nakamura should be winning here. So, as for where this match goes, it is quite tough to know what they're going to do here. I think it's fair to say that whoever wins here will be moved up onto the main roster. And I think that Samoa Joe needs to be moved up, and then Nakamura can continue his time in NXT with the championship. Now, here's the thing with that though. Samoa Joe has had one defense. That's a pretty bad reign in my opinion, if he loses it here at TakeOver. And Nakamura needs to win here in my opinion. Well, he doesn't need to win, he could take a loss, but it would be better for Nakamura to win. Nakamura would benefit the most here from a win, and also with all these great heels in the company, like in NXT, like Ty Dillinger, I'm pretty sure he's a heel. Like Bobby Roode, like Austin Aries, he would have some amazing matches lined up right there. So give it to the face here, who can do the most good in the next few takeovers, rather than giving it to the heel, who won't be having as much intriguing matches, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Nakamura for the win. So let's recap there the my predictions, and let's go with from main event down the card. Nakamura to beat Samoa Joe, Asuka to defeat Bayley, Bobby Roode to defeat CN, the Revival to beat Gargano and Ciampa, Austin Aries to defeat No Way Jose, and Ember Moon to defeat TBA. Let me know what you think of these predictions, and let me know what you predict to happen at for each of the results. And go ahead down there in the comment section and mark out and abuse me for saying that I'm not a fan of Bayley. You wouldn't be the first person. So yeah, thanks for watching, listening, watching and listening, I guess, and goodbye.